Peel Street is a really unique community. It's a community that is actually transforming as a street. We've got a whole lot of new creative businesses moving in, so there's a lot of energy, there's a lot of opportunity. So we actually invited all of the traders and also some of the new traders that we knew were coming soon to come and be part of a couple of workshops to really look about what they might want to do in the space, but also some visioning principles about where they might want Peel Street to end up in the future. Josh Fanning, who runs the City Mag, he's on Hindley Street, but he had done a lot of things on Peel Street in the past and was interested in being involved. And what he has done is actually put in an imaginary shopfront installation, and he engaged with people on Peel Street about local businesses that could potentially work in the empty shopfront.
So we're here at 35 Hindley Street, which is actually the corner of Peel Street and Hindley Street. The rest of the building has pretty much taken off, and there's just this one empty little space of about 100 square metres. What's been happening over the past couple of months is an increased sort of dialogue amongst the community to connect different stakeholders, from grassroots art galleries through to new cafes and bars, as well as architects and designers. We've all sort of come together in this placemaking, in the Peel Street placemaking group, to talk about, you know, the future of the area and what we might like to see happen. So the 4 businesses we came up with, the ones that were missing from our neighbourhood, is number 1, the ice cream parlour, or the gelateria, which we're standing in, with a emerging precincts such as Peel Street with new great restaurants and bars, that an ice creamery would just slot in so well, and it would really complement the uses that are already here. It's kind of like a no-brainer. The next one that we came along with is the boulangerie, which is the French word for bakery. There's a lot of food in the area, but there's not much for under $10. So I think that, you know, if you opened up a good bakery that was fresh, it would ultimately be really successful for the street, for the community, and yeah, for the business owner. Moving along next to that is the newsstand. So it's more so to do with the location of Peel Street and how it's a thoroughfare between the train station and Grenfell Street with the major public transport corridors. And the 4th idea is looking at retail. The kids' clothing store is inspired by an idea where a young woman set up a shop where she was actually making clothes in front of audiences as they walked past. And we thought that idea of taking manufacturing from, you know, woe to go, I think would really resonate with some conscientious consumers. So I think Imagine Shopfront is kind of proposing business cases that we can see surviving well into the future, simply because they get it right from the start. We take it from putting a sticker on a window to making cutouts so that people are invited into the space to really imagine how it would work, to the projection that casts a major overview, and then through animation we tell the story of where the property is and how it fits into the wider community, and then how it would, you know, be a successful business. Well, Imagine Shopfront was a eureka moment that I had on Hindley Street. I thought of my friend Jason Ankles, who is probably one of Adelaide's most prolific street artists, who is the artist who created all the scenes here. And he did a installation program, we'll call it, on a bunch of empty, dilapidated shopfronts across the city, and posing the question of why are these buildings empty, and why are we satisfied with leaving them empty when we realise how much of a negative impact they have on how we feel about the places that surround us. It was actually more of a branding exercise where he used very clean, computer-cut vinyl stickers to create brands essentially for these empty businesses. I wanted to take it a step further and really connect every level. Empty spaces, particularly when they start to mount up, can become an unsafe sort of feeling in a community and on the street. So this idea of introducing, you know, lighting and cheery characters and positive scenes, it immediately just gives it a human touch. And I think the biggest impact it will have is making passers-by, people that, you know, they're not even necessarily interacting at a high level with the project. It just gives them a feeling of safety and overall positivity, I think. And it just makes them feel like, something good could happen and that something good will happen.